Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm on the dummies book. I'm doing chapter 5, which is JavaScript and HTML. Okay. Um, JavaScript gives web pages the ability to change dynamically in response to the user input. So we'll see this as we go. This is what we are going to be doing, something like this today. Writing HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. That's a fancy way of saying HTML is a language used to create links. You can also change. Seeing what text looks like without HTML. So this is how a list would look like without HTML. There won't be a heading because on HTML this is a heading. It has to be kind of in bold or different font with the items inside the heading. So here you won't know what the person is trying to say or do because the things I need, carrots, celery, and spinach, are all the same as the topic. You might also think maybe the things I need is a brand name of something. So as a person, you see this list and immediately understand it. But to a computer, this list has some issues. Even a person, it depends on what kind of person and what kind of items are listed in here. Honestly, if it wasn't things I need, carrots, celery, and spinach, if I was just learning something for the first time, I wouldn't know that this is a heading and this is the information inside the heading. Okay, using HTML is all about tags. So this is an open tag of a heading. It's usually like this. It's usually like this. H1, and you close it. H2. So why is mine at the beginning with an ID written H1 ID by name? We shall see that as we go. Okay. So each element, okay, it's all about the text. Text on clothes give you information about what clothes are made of and etc. Tags are made up of keywords inside the brackets. So these are the keywords inside the brackets. So this is a paragraph tag. So this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag of a paragraph. How do we do a closing tag? So it's a forward slash and the tag that you want to do. Maybe it's a heading, here it's a paragraph. To use tags, just put the thing you want to mark up, such as text images between the beginning and end tags. So here's an example of a paragraph. So it says this paragraph of text, a paragraph has space. So whatever you put between the tags, whatever you put between the opening and closing brackets of a tag will print out. Now what is going to be the difference is that this is the first heading. It's not gonna be the same as the paragraph. It's gonna be the same, the different font to show that this is a heading and this is a paragraph. Okay. HTML is a bunch of text that you can use to label different parts of a document. For example, text include P for paragraph, IMG for image, audio for audio clips, video for a video, header on top of a web page, footer. So now this is a simple HTML document. It has HTML, it has a tag, a head. This is the opening of a head. The head ends here where there's a closing. This is a title. This is an opening of a title and a closing of a title. Now, let's do, I'm gonna, okay. So here mine, I decided to start at H1. I was just using this to study. Let's do this, we say it. Once we do this, this is the HTML, this is the head, this is the end of the head, this is a body, and this is where the HTML ends. Okay. So now once we put in the heading, the title, and the body, that list that we had in the beginning, it's now a clearer list. It shows this is the heading of the first thing you need are carrots, second is celery, and the third is spinach. Now it explains and shows. Okay, looking at the web structure of looking at the basic structure of a web page. So notice that the web page listing in 5.2 start with HTML tag. This is how a web page should start and end. All the other tags in the website are inside the HTML. So this is the HTML. Done. So now this is how every web page should start and end. All the other tags in the web page are inside the HTML tags. For example, the head element is inside of the HTML. Therefore, the closing head tag must come before the closing of an HTML. So now this is the closing of the head. Oh, I didn't put in the head here. Don't know which example I was doing without heads. So we also have a body. Now this is ordered list. If you want to do an unordered list, is your UL. It's your UL. So now the head element is like the body of your web pages. JavaScript code often goes into the head elements. Okay. Now the body element is where everything that you want to display goes. The H1 element can be used to identify the most important header on your web pages. The O1 element, following the H1 element, we have an O1 element. O1 stands for unordered list. An unordered list of items are numbered or lettered in a practical order. The LI, the LI is just for a list item. Creating your first web page. Okay, let's start now. So we start by doing the HTML that comes with the head and the body. Now Let's talk about the HTML elements. H1, which is the headings. The headings can go from heading 1 to heading 6. The paragraph, we don't have P1. The EM is an emphasis. It shows our words in italic to emphasize. And then our strong is the bold letters. And our A is a link, an anchor. UL is an unordered list, bulleted list. Ordered list is a numbered list item. It's part of the list. Image is an image. HR is a line. You choose where you want to put your line. A div is a division. So I'm gonna run the code that I have. So this is an unordered list. This one that we have here, and the one that has the 1 and the 2, that's our ordered list. This is our unordered list. Inside our unordered list, we have list ID, which is our first thing, which is to write, second thing, which is to dance, and third thing, which is to travel. Now, in our ordered list, we have, where is it? In our ordered list, we have remember and ecam. Okay. What do we do to add an image? Let me do it. Okay, let me do as the text says. So now, when we want to use the ID element.id document get element by ID, this is the ID, the one that is inside the opening tag. So the ID of this paragraph is about me. This is the ID that we're going to use to access the paragraph if you want to use it in some way. And how do we access? So we say, how do we get what is inside of an element? So now, for example, we have the element about me. So we say P, my paragraph. I think I wrote it down. So okay. So now we want to change this tag. Let's see, this paragraph, which is about me, we want to change it to Cocomelon. What do we do now? Let me show you what I did. I said document dot get element by ID. Then you show the element that you want to change, which is my name, and then you say dot inner HTML, and then it accesses element, and then you change it to Cocomelon. Now, to create a button, it's another tag. You do the button tag, and then you do ID equals to change list type equals to button. You have to do this for JavaScript to know that this is a button, and this is the name of the button. Let me say, let me change it to Let me change it to click here. I want to show you that it has changed. Instead of what it was written, we have click here. This button used to be changed. I don't remember what it was written. Change list. So how do we get to change the list? What do we do to change the list? Now we have three new variables and these variables are empty. And then for us to fill in the variables, we create a function called newList. This function is going to tell JavaScript that for the user to fill in the first item, you have to prompt. So now when we run this, you'll be asked and you'll be prompted what you want to enter in the first as the first item. Enter the new first thing. I say it's a ball. The second thing it's a cat. The third thing is a mouse. See, instead of what was there before, now there's a ball, there's a cat, a ball, cat, and a mouse. So we ask JavaScript that we want to change the first item. So So now when you say document.getElementById by ID, change list.onClick, this onClick is just a way to tell JavaScript that you want it to be clicked. Once it gets clicked, it should run the information on the new list function. Now when you come to the new list function, it has prompts, which are questions that popped on the screen. They're explaining that, yeah. It's gonna now the new list function only prompts the user. Now we have to have a function called function update list. This function is going to update the list. Now this function is going to update the list based on the information that it's gonna get from item 1, which is the user's input. Now when you click, it's going to show you that it changed information. So basically chapter 5 of the dummies book is just letting us know the tags, how you use the tags, when to use the tags as well. So you use the tags here, the tags, the opening and the closing, the headings, the paragraphs, the headers and the footers. Okay.